Alrighty then, folks, let's get started here. Bear with me a moment while I get things loaded up. Loaded up, loaded up, loaded up. Pop. Using that area. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this started. As we work through here, and this actually might be working. Yeah, I think it might. There we go. Much better. So, as we work through here, there we go. They really are so inextricably linked to Nerevar Rising. It's just not funny. Oh dear. Oh dear! Twitch is shutting down soundtrack, apparently. My guess because it was just very limited use and tracks were not necessarily usable on what is essentially the biggest VOD storage site, YouTube. I knew I wasn't going insane. Feels great. And I don't have fucking drop frames, which is fucking awesome. Yes, 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 yes. I do not have to worry about a single drop frame. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Go ahead and get dangerous, folks. I swap this to quality. Shadows to ultra. Ultra. High. Fast. Ultra. Bloom on. Sun is on. Let's see how this works. I knew it couldn't have been my driver. I knew it couldn't have been anything else other than the damn drivers. There we go. There we are, and all that shit. I was like, everything and its mother was just purposefully trying to hammer the damn thing. Yeah, this is more appropriate a freaking attempt here. This is a lot more appropriate for usage and all that stuff. I think downgrading was the necessary strategy on this. Where are we at? Oh yeah. We head over to the stitches. Yeah. Why, you may ask? Because Northern Elst. Order, Cadwell the Betrayer. Boom's lair is a below.
Have you heard about the dragon sightings in elsewhere? Multiple dragons. Dark moons. One dragon is bad enough.
Oh, this one saw a dragon the other day. He still shudders at the thought of that experience.
That sounds frightening. A friend of mine claims they came from the halls of Colossus.
There we go.
Took your time. Let's talk.
Yep, I took my time, Abby. And it's still working!
Never used to take this much out of me. Oh well. Now that you're here, we can begin our investigation of the crypt.
Investigation? Where's Samurai Complete that Kalo, though? I thought they were gonna meet us here, though. Seriously. I thought they were gonna meet us here.
The adept and the prefect volunteered to scout ahead. They haven't returned. That means it's up to us. We must stop Zumog Foom from reanimating Cadwell the Betrayer.
You're thinking something happened to him, don't you?
Something has prevented them from returning. I can only assume the necromancers or their undead have done them in. Where they were forestalled, we must prevail. Otherwise, Zumog Foom and the dragons get one step closer to fulfilling their plans.
Obviously came to the bones in.
Don't be a fool. Our first priority is to stop Zumog Foom and keep him from aiding the dragons. After that, we can worry about everything else. Provided we survive, of course.
Fine, Abby. Let's get this shit done. Sepulchre of Mischance.
What happened to you?
Thorn, whole spot. They ripped it out of me.
Okay. Well, folks. As the old saying goes, after these messages, we'll be right back. Shouldn't take more than about 5 minutes or so. Just gonna grab a quick bite and some refreshment. This might be a good time for you to stretch, because we're gonna be in it for a long haul when we get back. And we are back.
I'm afraid I bungled this one royally, old friend.
Obviously, Cadwell. Tell me what happened.
I opened a portal. Meant to put the villainous Zumog Foom to the sword. He got the better of me. The necromancer stole my essence, flung it to assorted ritual sites throughout the lair. Now I'm weak and my old body is being restored.
Oh dear. I will get to that in a moment. First things first, we gotta figure out what about Zamorak and Prefect Kalo. Have you seen Zamzam and KK?
The big cat and the Imperial. They arrived shortly after I did, but they didn't fare much better. I'm not sure what Zumog Foom did with them. I've just been standing here trying to recover enough strength to give it another go.
Okay. Well, obviously we're gonna need to stop Zumog Foom. You might want to consider staying away from the big dead necromancer, being a, undeadish sort yourself now. Either way, you need to stop Zumog Foom.
Charge me up again? Capital idea, and I agree. We can't let the betrayer join the dragons. That reminds me of a time. No. Can't think. Too weak.
Hope you're doing okay, Valor.
As I can. Could use a bit of a lie down, though.
To save you strength, Cadwell. And that's Chunk Lee's earning his paycheck so far.
I'll delay Zumog Foom's ritual as long as I can. You take Cadwell and see if you can recover his stolen energy.
Ah, good old Abner. The nastier he treats you, the more you know he loves you. I may be weak, but I still have a few battles left in these old bones, or whatever stuff it is I'm actually made of.
Yep. So, lower crypts. Not to be confused with the upper crypts and the west side crypts.
You left us to die, Kalo.
Our blood is on your hands.
No! I won't allow you to interfere with the ritual! Flesh from your bone! That glowing cloud. It's holding this ritual together.
Let's dispel.
Refreshing. Let's find the rest of it and put it back where it belongs.
Halo.
Those soldiers were under my command. They died following my orders. Thank you for releasing me from that ordeal.
What was the purpose of that?
Other than torturing me, I think it was part of a larger ritual being performed by Zumog Foom. They were using my suffering, merging it with Cadwell's energy to... I don't know, it felt like something was feeding from me, growing stronger.
You know where Zamzam was taken.
Foom's followers fell upon us the moment we entered the crypts. We never stood a chance. They dragged us in different directions and immediately began the ritual. I assume Zamorak was taken deeper into the lair.
Alright. Let's go off and find Zamzam. Bookshelves everywhere, and not a bit of reward of breath.
You were never strong enough, Zamorak. I died because you were weak.
Praying to the moons won't save you, cat.
More fuel for the ritual.
Zamarak failed. Again.
Ah, welcome back, little energy. I missed you so.
Zam.
Zamarak always fails the ones who count on him the most.
I think you got Elden Ring confused with Elder Scrolls Online. But it's alright, considering what you've been through here, Valor. Alright. But I know you did play Elder Scrolls Online with me. You just have not played Elden Ring with me because I do not own nor desire to purchase Elden Ring. Because I believe that difficulty meters should be a legal requirement in a video game. Snap out of it.
Walker. You do not know the burden that Zamarak carries. The guilt Zamarak feels whenever he remembers those he failed.
So you're gonna let the bitch win and fail again.
How dare you say... No. No, you are right to chide Zamarak. This one let the necromancers wield his guilt against him. Never again.
Let's go. So...
You never know what you're missing till it's gone. I'm just glad to have that old bit of me back where it belongs. What say we go and find the rest?
Good idea. Let's go ahead and move on.
You're a senile old fool, half-brother. How could you be so reckless? The dragons are your fault.
Well, they got to Abby!
Your path will destroy you, Abnatharn.
Get rid of that damn cloud!
Let's do it.
Oh, that hits the spot. Did you know I used to be a High Chancellor? No, wait. No, that bit belongs to Abner.
Zumog Foom is stronger than I anticipated. Or perhaps my powers have degraded more than I realized. Either way, you arrived just in time. If I had to listen to my half-sister prattle on for an instant longer, I would have chewed my own arm off.
Okay, Abby, first off, you're welcome. Second off, how did you wind up part of the ritual?
Believe me, it wasn't my intent when I opened the portal. Foom used a siphoning ward of some sort. It redirected my spell and trapped me in that cloud of energy. They're using Cadwell's essence to power their ritual. It's rather ingenious, actually.
And that was really the ghost.
I really have no idea. Perhaps it was an echo pulled from my deepest, most morose memories. Perhaps not.
Yeah, let's go. We'll save the gratitude for later. Right now, workshop. Anywho, come join me now as we go through and separate a...
This
In
one
here.
doesn't have much time.
Naldo spirit.
Nalado should not be here. This one should be prowling the sand behind the stars and preparing for the next pounce, not lingering in this fetid tomb.
What's she doing here? I thought... behind the stars here.
Zumog Foom called Nalado back. He planned to use her in a foul ritual, but dead or no, Nalado is still a soldier. His follower never stood a chance. This one sensed something. Decided to wait here a little longer.
You're here because the ritual is using Cadwell's energy. What happened to it?
Nalado thought the cloud of energy reminded her of the strange knight adorned in cookware. This one thinks she absorbed the energy when she killed the necromancer and disrupted this part of the ritual.
Can you return the energy to Cadwell, Nalado?
Return it? Perhaps, though that will certainly shred this spirit form. No matter, Nalado no longer belongs in this realm. Tell Queen Carmira and Garashri that Nalado says farewell. Now, prepare yourself, strange knight. This belongs to you.
Alrighty, rest easy, Nalado.
The cat captain, she sacrificed herself. For me. I don't know what to say.
You're welcome. Always seems to be the hardest thing to say for some of these people. Go ahead though and pick us up some XP scroll.
Think you can stop me? Neither you nor that mumbling corpse stand a chance. I never. How have you known? Your life is mine, outsider. Let the essence of death flow. Two of you can't exist in the same reality, soul shriven. The stronger the betrayer becomes, the weaker you will grow. Your life is mine, outsider. It feels like I'm fading away. Oh, jolly good show. Of course I planned to deal with the orc myself once my reanimation was complete. Now that I'm whole, I have a destiny to fulfill. So, cheerio. I always heard that introspection could be difficult. Meeting yourself. No one likes to discover that they were a tallow catch. Try not to hold it against me. Him and me were two sides of a dented coin.
Well, what's going on?
I don't think the world can handle more than one Cadwell at a time. My essence, I feel it draining away. Strange as the end approaches, so does clarity. You will try to stop him for me, won't you?
Stop him? What's the betrayer planning to do?
Finish what I started a long time ago. I remember how we stopped the dragons. Kunzari and I, we tricked Count Gronti, used his own ambition against him, convinced him to place a portion of his power in Jode's core.
Wait, placing a portion of his power in the moon's core? How does that stop the dragons?
Count Gronti ordered his brothers to follow suit. Once weakened, we were able to trap them in the halls of Colossus. Then the betrayer, then I killed Kunzari. I earned that name. I planned to steal the power, but Anequina's adepts...
Cadwell, stay with me.
I'm still here. Chimera. Anequina. So pretty. Anequina possessed a key to a special place. That's where I learned to use portal. Luckily, they cut off my head and dismembered me before I could reach Jode's core.
Cadwell, can you hear me?
I guess you have to chop him up again. Tell Chimera she has the key, and look after the honor of
Oh dear, ended up getting Thanos out to the Betrayer, so we gotta deal with Betrayer Cadwell later, also known as GDN Cadwell. Let's have a chat with Chimera. Somebody apparently a pet there.
Could that be the key to using the dragon horn?
The same notion occurred to me, Queen Camilla.
Wait, here comes Tarn and the others. Five Claw, talk to me.
Yeah.
I am happy to see you and the others, Five Claw, and I'm eager to hear what happened. Wait, where is Cadwell?
Zumog Thum unfortunately was able to reanimate the Betrayer before we could snuff him. Sadly, because of that, our Cadwell ended up getting, Thanos out.
That does not bode well. The betrayer of Kunzari was a great hero who became a terrible villain. It took all the remaining champions and the Moon Priests of Anequina to stop him. But how does the betrayer's return help the dragons?
The Betrayer's supposed to be seeking a special place to find Jode's core. Cadwell started remembering.
A special place? That does not give us a lot of information to go on, Five Claw. Did Cadwell tell you anything else before he disappeared?
He went on about Anequina and the imprisonment of the dragons and said that he possessed the key.
The ancient legends. I have been studying them. They mention Jode's core, a vault of some kind. Kunzari tricked the demons into storing their power there, though now we know that the demons were dragons.
Obviously.
Metaphor, yes? As for a key...
You have any idea what Cadwell was talking about before he got Thanos?
Everyone, meet in the royal study. I have something to show you. Cadwell spoke of Anequina, one of Kunzari's champions. He mentioned a key. I think he meant my pendant.
Zamorak remembers. Your mother wore it before you. Does it have more than sentimental significance?
It hides me from magical detection. Mother would take my pendant in her hand and whisper, "When Kunzari smiled, Anequina asked the moons to move for him."
The Shadow Dance Temple ruins. Is that where the Betrayer has gone?
I discovered as a young girl that the pendant and this ancient map interact in interesting ways.
Really? The Ebonheart Pact, is the alliance I generally prefer to be in. The wheel of time turns, in the dawn it was the day of the Aldmeri, then came the time of men, and as the decay and chaos of the Empire makes clear, the time of men is past. Of the men of Tamriel, only the Eastern Lords have the strength of character to join the Dunmeri and Argonians in repelling the recent invasion of Snake Men from Akavir, thereby showing that all of men, but of all men, only they may be trusted. Time and again, men have shown that without proper guidance, their meddling with external powers leads to disaster. Men's reckless dabbling with beings beyond Mern must stop forever. Now it is the time of the Ebonheart Pact. It shall and must continue to be the Tamriel Pact. Within the pact, Aedra, Daedra, and Histor are revered from appropriate distance. Within the pact is the Tribunal, 3 living gods who abide among us here on Nirn, and whose interests therefore coincide with that of all residents in Nirn. Only they have shown how to treat successfully with powers beyond Nirn. The rash actions of those who sit the Ruby Throne, or those who pull their strings, have brought Tamriel to the verge of irretrievable doom. They must be scoured from the face of Cyrodiil, and the decaying root veins of the Empire and men must be swept away. It shall be replaced by the Pact. It shall enforce peace across the continent and strictly regulate all involvement in dangerous magical pursuits. Onward, warriors of the Pact, you will never know peace and freedom until we occupy White Gold Tower. But yeah, and
Zamarak remembers Kamira's pendant.
how do you?
Interesting. A magic pendant. I want.
I learned the stories of Kunzari from my mother. Did I tell you she was a moon singer before she married my father? She said the pendant once belonged to an Equina. I am related to an Equina. Direct descendant, according to the moon priests.
The location indicated on the map. What is that place?
Ancient ruin. The place was once the Shadow Dance Temple, but now it is nothing but tumbled stones. Still, Cadwell indicated the pendant was the key to finding the betrayer. What else do we have to go on?
You said your mother told you an Equinox to make moon sleep for Kunzari.
Yes, from Kunzari's story. He tricked the demons into giving him their power. Then an Equina moved the moon so he could store the power in Jode's core for safekeeping. Of course, now we know the demons of the story were actually
dragons. Could that be what Cadwell was talking about? Tell me the rest. Quickly.
In their weakened state, Kunzari was able to trick the dragons and trap them in the halls of Colossus. But one of his companions betrayed him, stabbed him in the back, and went to the place of the Dark Dance to steal the demon power.
That definitely sounds like Shadow Dance ruins. Guess we need to investigate this place.
I think you are right, Five Claw. The betrayer must want to finish what he started in the ancient time. But the dragons also want that power.
Where's it at?
So on the map, the ruins lie in the foothills east of the Scar, between Orcrest and the town of Hakoshe. We will meet you there.
Alright, between Orcus and Hakoshe. There we go. As we go.
We need to send your Cygnus irregulars to the Moongate, Prefect Kalo.
Agreed. We've been practicing in anticipation of joining forces for more than a year.
A year? But a year ago we were still enemies.
Perhaps. But I always knew we'd wind up fighting the Araxians side by side someday. There aren't a lot of us, but the Cygnus Irregulars will stand with Queen Chimera's forces at the Moongate of Anequina.
Prefect Kalo is a very complicated person. I think you made the right choice when you sent him to Queen Chimera. Before you eliminated the usurper queen, you heard her talking to the dragon Mulamnir. Not yet. Little is known about these ancient structures other than they were important to the moon priests.
Yeah. Got it. Let's head to Shadow Dance Ruins. Then between Orcrest and Hakoshe. Closest way to get there is going to be Hakoshe, and we're going to... Yeah. We got a lot of stuff here, but I thought we could hold things easy. But ride, folks, ride. He kind of had a feeling that he was going to be shanking her. It just took a while. Probably a good idea to leave the side quest for now.
A divine lives among us. Come and give thanks to him. Come witness the miracle at Sunspire.
Miracle at Sunspire.
Blessed are you. You will become a believer. We know.
Hakoshe. This one's relatively quick. And quick BRB though. Water. That was fast. Like I said, just need water. The bathroom's right next door. So, Hakoshe, check.
Perhaps a direct approach would be the best.
Run, boy, run, boy, run, boy, run. No, run, boy, run.
Chimera's waiting for you inside. If the dragon circling overhead spots us, I'll try to drive it off.
Zamarak will assist.
Yes, I'm sure your fists will make all the difference.
Zamarak will assist Tarn against the dragons. In the meantime, you should go inside.
The dragons are definitely anxious about something. No sign of the betrayer, though. Go
Probably
inside
smart.
and look, Chimera, but do it quickly. We're too exposed out here for my liking.
Definitely smarter. That is one pissed off Gucci handbag.
There is more to this ancient temple. I do not see a way to access it.
Name's a little deceiving.
This is the right place. I can sense it. But nothing in this chamber looks like it can make the moons move or open a path to Joan or Jode. What are we missing, Five Claw?
Well, Cadwell said your pendant was the key.
And Riddlethar knows I have tried everything I can think of. I held it out, I presented it forcefully, I even shook it vigorously, but nothing happened. I do not know what else to do.
Have you tried turning it off and on again? No. That's just wrong, you did say your mother would sometimes hold it and tell you the stories. Maybe something she said?
My memories and the Kunzari stories, everything jumbles together. Too much research has crowded my mind. Wait, maybe... I remember one thing Mother used to say. Maybe if I repeat her words while I hold the pendant.
Well, let's give that a try.
When a Nequina's blood calls, the shadow dance begins.
By the moons, you opened the path.
You go ahead. Zamorak and I will deal with the dragon outside. Somehow.
Moons watch over you. Come, Fiveclaw. Let us see where this leads.
Alright, let's portal in, folks. So, we did the Simsalaboom Saladu Saladin. Meanwhile, as we progress through,
Beautiful. Why was this hidden for so long?
well, it wouldn't do to be an obvious temple, now would it?
This place has guardians, it seems, but they could not stop the betrayer.
Entrevue.
The betrayer that relic. See what you can make of it, Fiveclaw.
Hey, that is a relic here. That's interesting.
The spirits awakened. The temple recognized me. I am becoming attuned. That relic, it is connected to the lunar lattice. When you touched it, something spoke to me. I am becoming attuned. Help me find the remaining lattice relics and complete my attunement. It is the only way to stop the betrayer and the dragons.
Change? What do you mean?
The moon priests that served this temple, they were attuned to the lattice and the hidden paths. They could move the moons and dance through the shadows. The betrayer was attuned in the ancient past. I think that is why Cadwell can use portals.
But why are you being attuned?
The temple, the lattice, they recognized a Nequina's blood and sang to me.
How can the betrayer move
Listen
them?
more closely, Fiveclaw. The betrayer is attuned. When he reaches the temple sanctuary, he will activate the moon gate apparatus and put the moons in motion.
Alright, let's get the show on the road here, I suppose. Next relic.
Sir Cadwell, you're part of Kunzari's Krajun. Why are you doing this?
I want what Kunzari hid away, and I need to move the moons manage to reach it if a few counts must die along the way, what of it?
You're insane.
You talk to your new god like that? Manners!
The temple. It shows us how the betrayer became attuned.
Stab instead.
Another temple relic. Activate it for me, Five Claw. The temple relic The temple... somewhere. Time slips away, my friend. Please, activate the relic.
What were the images?
The temple showed us the ancient past. After the betrayer killed Kudzari and came to this holy place, he killed the moon priest to force his attunement. The voices of Joan and Jode grow dim. Activate the relic now, please.
Can't you do it
I
yourself?
need to do this properly. When Anequina performed her attunement, Kunzari accompanied her and activated the relics.
I got it.
Ahead of us, on his way to the temple sanctuary to make the moons move. I understand. Moving the moons causes an eclipse. That opens the way to Jode's core. The betrayer attuned himself and hoped to align the moons as Anequina did. But the moon priests and the remaining champions stopped him. Oh, now I see how he planned to do it. It is so simple.
How do you know
The
this?
attunement process. Through it, I can hear the moon sing. And I hear another voice. It feels like a part of me. I hear Anequina, who cries for the innocent blood the betrayer spilled so long ago. We cannot let him open the way.
Why turn on Queen's... Why did the betrayer turn on Queen's lineage?
The betrayer was always more interested in glory and power than being a true hero. The prize waiting in Jode's core was too much to ignore.
It's almost a shame how Enequina's faithful keep throwing themselves at my blade. Almost. It's almost a shame how Enequina's faithful keep
It's
throwing
ridiculous.
themselves at my blade. Almost.
Hey. Hey. And go. Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. You hurry.
The final temple relic. There it is. Activate it, please.
Right. Ooga chaka, ooga da 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 da.
Now, Five Claw, we need to reach the temple sanctuary. I think I understand. Not only do I hear the moon sing,
But I hear my ancestor, Anequina. The very walls echo with her memories.
You tuned now?
Attunement is complete.
Now what?
I must go to the temple sanctuary.
Alright. Temple Sanctuary it is. Ninja to empty fingers and finger body. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. I completely forgot a fucking thing here. There we go. I wanted to get that.
Wait, my friend. Let us talk before we confront. The ancient memories
All right.
become clearer in my mind with every passing moment. We follow the same path as the heroes of legend.
Tell me
I
everything.
see the truth of the myths and legends. Kunzari tricked Calcrontid into storing the might of the dragons in Jode's core. Then, the heroes of the Krajund lured them into the halls of Colossus and sealed the doors.
Then the betrayer stabbed Kunzari in the back.
Yes, He murdered Kunzari and then came to this temple to gain the power to move the moons and open the way to Jode's core. You see, the path only appears at the moon gate of Anequina when the moons are aligned, as in an eclipse.
Really? The moon priest stopped the betrayer back then.
True. But many died before they lopped off his head. The betrayer was the greatest warrior of his day. If it comes to a battle, it will not be an easy one. There is an apparatus in the sanctuary, linked to the larger moon gate. That is what we seek.
You deal with the apparatus, I'll take care of the betrayer.
We are about to enter the place where the betrayer faced his greatest failure. Where he died at the hands of the remaining heroes and moon priests.
Any advice?
The shade of Anequina darkens with rage whenever I think about him. Even before his betrayal, she detested the man. He was vain, proud, a great sword fighter, but full of ego and hubris. Perhaps that is his weakness, his pride.
Right, we're up to kill the Cadwell, the GBN Cadwell. Let's get ready, folks.
Fools! The eclipse can't end. I'm going to share the power with the dragon. Magnanimous! Who are these lovely keepsakes? Don't
Something is wrong. I cannot stop the eclipse.
Okay, we blipped Cadwell out.
The betrayer did something to the apparatus. The moons cannot hear my plea.
You can't stop the eclipse?
No. The betrayer has set the moons in motion, and they will not answer to my song. There is nothing to stop the dragons from using the moon gate of Anequina to reach Jode's core.
So, we're fucked.
Not yet. This apparatus moves the moons, but the moon gate of Anequina creates the portal to Jode's core. Luckily, I sent forces there to defend it from the dragons. We will join them. But first, the memories tell me we have one more task here.
What do we do now?
Anequina's memories show me how she once used a dragon horn. The combat dragon horn you gave me. It needs to be energized, have its power restored. Activate the nearby temple relic, and I will charge the dragon horn.
Got it.
Anequina, Cadwell, John, and Jode. All of it into the dragon horn.
A dip in cold harness refreshing plasm, and I'm fit as a fig tree. Now, where's the evil me? Where is the fiend? Let me at him. I returned as soon as I could to help you give the betrayer a good thrashing.
Well, it's a shame we could have used you 5 minutes ago. How are you doing? The betrayer's been destroyed, by the way.
I feel tip-top, I must say. I thought it was the cozy confines of my beloved Cold Harbor. But I suppose it has more to do with the destruction of my other half. Well, good show. The world is saved.
Not quite. Before we murked your betrayer half, he put the moves in motion, and the aligned dragons can reach the core. Bad.
That doesn't sound good. Let me think. If I concentrate, I can recall what was going through my despicable other self's mind. He wanted to make sure no one could stop the path from opening. He promised the dragons.
There's gotta be a way to stop the
I'm
eclipse.
afraid not, at least not from here. He did something to the apparatus. It can't be used again. Chimera might be able to separate the moons, but she'd need to do it at the moon gate. She looks a little peaked, though, doesn't she?
You need to get her back to Rimmon.
I am all right. Cadwell, can we use your portal to return to Rimmon?
Of course, Chimera. It's ready.
Alright, let's go. Portal to Rimmon! We get back to the Rimmon shop. Back to the Rimmon shop. Chimera.
I feel like 1,000 pieces of gold. Just delightful. But poor Chimera, she appears to have the weight of a mammoth on her shoulders. You should talk to her.
Alright, well you play your lute on her.
The eclipse approaches, and with it the opening of the moon gate of Anequina. We have a short amount of time before the way to Jode's core appears. At least I am attuned, and I was able to charge the Dragonhorn.
Alright, what's next?
Gareshri has already gone to the moon gate of Anequina to take charge of the forces there. We will join him shortly.
Good.
Stop the betrayer, but not before he set the moons in motion. Soon they will align. When the eclipse occurs, the moon gate of Anequina will open and grant access to Jode's core, which is exactly what the dragons desire.
Yeah, how much time we got?
Some, but not a lot. Luckily, we anticipated the connection to the moon gate and sent Gareshri ahead with whatever forces we could spare.
Smart.
Not as much as I would like. I just wish we had something else to fall back on.
What about the Dragonhorn?
The combat Dragonhorn is charged, but we still do not know its full capabilities. We must not waste its energy, so we will save it until absolutely necessary. We should make our way to the moon gate now. Tell our companions, it is time.
Alright, let's go.
Companions left the palace to wander Rimmon and consider what is to come. The ancient structure rises out of the jungle far to the southwest. The moon gates are among the oldest ruins in Elsewhere.
What actually happened?
I can only tell you what I experienced. I became one with the temple. I underwent the process of attunement, the same as Anequina and the moon priests of the temple.
You have been bored as
Some
a temple.
stories about Anequina speak of her teleporting from place to place.
Alright, well, let's go. With that in mind, let's gather up our companions. They're doing the usual quick little wonder about doing their last bit of chores before we go off and save the world again. I think we're at number 6 here now. Zamzam seems the closest, so we'll go ahead and... Well, that could have gone better, but at least I landed neatly.
Quiet moments to meditate have been rare since Zamorak returned to Elsewhere. This one needed some time alone, especially after helping Tharn with the dragon at the Shadow Dance ruins. But you look like one who has important news, my friend.
Well, we're about to gather up at the Moon Gate and assault the raid.
Zamorak suspected that would be our next destination. This one noticed that the moons have shifted in the sky, moving in a way that breaks their usual pattern. The betrayer's doing, yes? At least you and Queen Chimera returned from the ruins.
Yeah, and we were able to get Chimera tuned to the
And we
lattice.
still have a chance. Zamorak has pledged his honor to Queen Chimera. He will not break that vow.
At the Moon
Queen
Gate.
Chimera, attuned to the lunar lattice. Zamorak never expected to see such a miracle in his lifetime. This one prays that it will be enough when we stand against the dragons.
About that, what happened after Chimera and I entered the temple?
About what you would expect. Tharn used flashy spells to confuse the dragon until it finally gave up and flew away. Then, We encountered a squad of Uraxians led by a necromancer. Those Zamarek dispatched. It was the least this one could do.
Got it. Next one. Cadwell.
Hello, come to partake in a before the battle cleansing. I find it prudent to make myself pristine prior to the start of a slaughter. In my experience, the subsequent blood and gore adheres much better to a well-laundered body.
Well, Chimera wants us to meet up at the Moon Gate of Enequin. Are you coming?
The Moongate. I hope to wash away the memories of the betrayer, as some stenches can't be removed with soap and water. I'm sorry I made the moons move, my friend. Sorry I helped the dragons.
We both know that wasn't you, Cadwell. That was the betrayer.
But before I became the gallantly gaunt, soul-shriven form you see today, I was the betrayer. I originally did all the terrible deeds that led us to this place. I'm rather ashamed. Dash it all.
So well, this is Cadwell.
Yes, of course, that was my plan all along. Make up.
See you there.
As nice as these facilities are, I miss the boiling plasm pools of Cold Harbor. Hot enough to melt the skin right off your bones. What an invigorating sensation.
Well, won't you want to rest your armor?
And your point is?
Okay, well, if my mama taught me one thing, never argue with crazy. That just leaves gathering up. Thon. He's obviously contemplating a sweet roll and wine.
Wine used to rejuvenate me after periods of intense exertion and spell casting. Now I can barely taste the stuff. A good thing too. Khajiiti wine is cloyingly sweet, like drinking candied plums boiled in moon sugar. I presume you have news?
Well, I do love a good plum wine, but unfortunately you'll have to finish your drink here. It's last call. Chimera wants us gathering at the Moon Gate of Enequin.
The Moongate? A noble but futile proposition, I fear. The Khajiit should pack up and flee while they still can. Let the Alliance armies deal with this. Show them some fights are more important than deciding whose posterior best fits the Ruby Throne.
Why, Abby Thorn, are you suggesting we give up?
No. Just pondering other options. Too much of what we're facing was the inadvertent result of my actions or the actions of my family. Dragons, Uraxians, necromancers. The responsibility falls to me, and balance must be restored.
So you're still with us?
Would you stand a chance otherwise? Without my arcane and strategic insights, anything you try is destined to fail. I won't have that on my conscience. Now, allow me to finish this sickeningly sweet inebriant, one last indulgence before the end.
Well, I'll see you at the Lemon Gate. My advice? Lemon juice. It'll cut down on the cloying sweetness.
By the way, I believe I understand the purpose of the dragon horn. After much consideration, the use and function of the ancient instrument has become clear. The Dragon Guard were clever, I'll say that for them.
So you know how to use it, huh?
Theoretical knowledge isn't the same as practical experience, but I believe I understand the fundamentals of its operation. The Dragon Guard prepared a horn taken from a massive dragon and engraved it with arcane runes, giving it astonishing power.
So it's actually a dragon horn that was removed from a dragon. Not just some big old horn that they had.
Oh yes, I'm fairly certain of that. and I found historical references indicating the Dragon Guard gifted such relics to key locations. For their protection, you see. The one you located was originally in Rimmen before it was moved to the sanctuary.
So how do we use it?
We have neither the time nor resources to move the large relic, but the small horn you brought back, it's called a combat horn, by the way, was designed to be carried into battle. Once charged with energy, its sound weakens dragons.
Well, Chimera charged up the horn at Shadow Dance time.
One problem solved, then. The next is sheer age. This ancient combat horn is exceedingly fragile. I'm not sure how many times we can sound the horn before it disintegrates into dust. For that reason, I suggest we save it until we absolutely need it.
Gotcha. And last but not least, Prefect Kalo. Prefect Kalo! Prefect Kalo! Reading a book!
The quiet moments between battles. I like to spend the time catching up on my reading.
Breaks over.
Military strategy, recipe books. My secret pleasure is a good mystery, though. And the new Investigator Veil is a real page-turner.
Well, I'm glad you're a fan of Investigator Veil, but Chimera wants us gathering at the Moongate of Inequina.
I've been waiting for the order to move out. I sent most of the Cygnus Irregulars on ahead with Gareshri, but a small contingent remained here in case our earlier guess was wrong. I assume events in the ruins confirmed our theory?
Yep. Betrayer dead, but unfortunately he put the play button on the Eclipse mode.
Understood. We need to defend the Moongate and stop the dragons from using it when it opens.
Any trouble integrating?
Araxia's tyranny made the Khajiit wary. I don't blame them for that. I just want to show them that not all Imperials are tyrants, that they can trust at least a few of us.
I'll see you at the Moongate.
They say Lord Gareshri saved Haven from pirates.
Going to the Moongate of Inequina, folks. Here we go. That was largely to get the thing there. There we go. There we go. Thankfully, it's a relatively close one to get to. So, onward to the Moongate of Inequina. Moongate. Local Khajiit clans have long regarded the ancient Moongate as a sacred site, one whose function is long forgotten. Still, pilgrims, adepts, and moon priests pay homage here. Talk to PC.
It appears everyone has arrived. Report to Prefect Kalo, Five Claw, while I confer with the Queen.
Here's
Look how the
Zamzam.
moons converge in the sky. The time is not right for such an event. The lunar lattice has been altered, causing Joan and Jode to merge. Legends say that this occurs when a dragon eats the moon. This one hopes that is only a legend.
Let's hope so, but probably won't
An
be.
eclipse is an eerie sight, but where are the dragons?
I think they'll be shown soon.
The moons come together and the sky grows dark. Ominous, isn't it? And strangely beautiful. Where are the dragons, though? And the remaining Euraxians? I assumed they would have started their push for the Moongate by now.
You ready for
As
this?
ready as we can be. The Khajiit militia and the Cygnus Irregulars are in defensive positions along the path up to the Moongate.
You
And
can
with
stop the
not a
assault.
chance. We only hope to slow them enough to give Tharn and Chimera the time they need to stop the Moongate from opening. Or find a way to shut it if all else fails. If the dragons don't reach Jode's core, we win. Wait. What's that noise?
You hear something?
Dragons! Go join Queen Chimera. I'll take charge down here.
You do that. Run, boy!
Time for reckless audacity and daring do.
Oh.
Over there leads up to the top of the Moongate.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go.
Euraxians. The wall has been breached.
Kill the cats and the traitors!
Up there, more Euraxians.
Time to get us some Eurexians.
Here they come. Prepare yourself. More soldiers. Take them down. The path is clear. We need to reach Queen Chimera.
You do that. Let's go. Cygnus Regulars.
No!
Zamzam?
Garesh Ree still breathes, but his injuries are serious. He needs a healer. In the meantime, Zamarak knows what he must do.
What do you mean, Zamzam?
With Garesh Ree injured, someone else must take command of this position. Make sure the Euraxians and the dragons encounter enough resistance to slow them down. That task now falls to Zamarak.
You good?
Yes, my friend. This is Zamarak's chance to finally atone for his past mistakes. Wait, what is this? The dragon horn. This one doesn't know why Garishri was carrying this. But you must take it and reach the Moongate. Queen Chimera needs you.
I'll guard the dragon horn and join up with Chimera.
Go.
Best of luck to you, Zamzam. Yeah. I just wish sometimes it'd be an escalator.
I've got these hooligans all trounced. Let's get to Abner before the moon's completely alive.
Run, boy, run. Flash that up, and we go. Blam!
Quick, quick!
Oh, congratulations to those people. And
See how the moons align with the ancient gate. The lattice opens a path to Jode's core. But how did you get the dragon horn? Where's Garishri? And why are the sounds of battle so close? Did the Euraxians overrun our defenses?
Gary's injured, dragons breach the walls, the Uraxians are pouring in.
Garishri? Hurt? And the Euraxians behind our defenses? This is not good. Not good at all. Well, we still have the dragon horn. At least until the power runs out or the fragile relic falls apart.
Yep.
I just wish the moons would move for me.
I thought we were good with the attunement you got.
Power, yes, but not the knowledge and experience. I will continue to try to move the moons and close the gate, but you will need to keep the Euraxians from taking this position.
Righto. Let's get this shit done.
The dragon horn. It's our only chance.
No, Firefly! Not yet! Through the portal, both of you, and bring the dragon horn.
Chimera, wait!
Let's go ahead and get over. Abby.
When I awoke this morning, traveling to the plane of Jode wasn't on my agenda.
Neither was mine, but sometimes you get what you need. Chimera?
Five Claw, we stand on the sacred plane of Jode. The dragons went down into the processional. They seek to breach Jode's core.
What's this place?
From the memories I absorbed at the Shadow Dance Temple, Anequina and the Moon Priests came here to honor the moons and set them on their way after their sacred joining. This is also where she helped Kunzari hide the dragon's power.
Why would the dragons agree to give up part of their power? It's kind of weird.
Here, on the plane of Jode, the memories become clearer with every passing moment. Kunzari was able to use Calgronti's own greed against him. The dragon sought the power of Jode's core from the beginning, but Kunzari offered him even more.
What did he offer Calgronti?
He offered a way to combine the natural power of Jode's core with the mystic might of his loyal dragons. Calgronti's greed was his undoing. Now, he finally has an opportunity to steal all the stored energy for himself. We must stop him!
Let's get down there.
The vermin still pester us. Devour them. As you say, my brother.
they still guard this sacred place?
The moon priests worship new gods now, you insignificant morsels.
Avoid Mulamnir as best you can. Remember, my friend, I'm not the battle mage I once was.
Thanks for reminding me.
Jode's core is close. I can feel it.
Mulamnir, Calgronteed, and Jode's core. Are you ready for this, Chimera?
I am in you.
Calgronteed is absorbing Jode's core. As long as the moons remain alive, the power flowing through him is unimaginable.
Get me to that platform, Tarn. I can separate the moons using the altars. You must deal with Mulamnir Fiveclaw. I will divert whatever energy I can into the Dragonhorn, but use it sparingly.
You dare to face me, morsel?
Mulamnir, let's go ahead and get your shit done here.
Yes, brother, I will make this quick.
Well, this isn't good. Weird.
Get inside my shield, or the dragon shout will kill you!
Source!
Quickly! Sound the dragon!
You have made me angry, person.
really?
I shall crush these fleas, brother. You have my word.
Get into my protective aura, now!
Source! G! B!
Dragonborn is charged! Use it now!
Die, insect, die! Soul of Breath! Soul of Breath! Helgronteed, assist me. Power. It fills me.
Elgronti. And that's Mulamnir.
Mulamnir prepares to attack! Let my magic protect you!
Source! G! B!
Maestro, use the dragon horn!
It cannot end like this!
He didn't get to finish the cliche!
The equal of Akatosh!
The bones. I need to finish the ritual. Jode, here.
The power! It belongs to me!
Separate and resume your eternal dance. Now, Maestro, sound the horn!
Boom!
You did it, Chimera! You ended the eclipse! But that means...
The moon gate has closed. We are trapped, yes. But Mulamnir is dead, and Calgrontit has been defeated.
Oh, hello! You always find things in the last place you know.
Calgronti, no wonder. I'm actually pleased to see you, Cadwell. Come, Chimera. Your people await their queen.
Thank you, my friend, for everything.
Let's go. Looking at the plane of Jode. Now we're back in Northern Elsewhere.
Queen
Let's
Camille,
start with Chimera.
have you been injured?
I am fine, just tired. But look, the moons are no longer aligned. Tell me about the dragons, the Euraxians. What is the state of our forces?
Our scouts tell us that most of the Euraxians and dragons fled when the moon spotted. Our own troops have not returned, but the Main has sent an envoy.
An envoy from the Main? If you'll excuse me, I have other business to attend to.
Alright.
We did it, Five Claw! We put the moons back in motion and defeated both Mulamnir and Calgrontid.
How did you figure it out?
Being on the plane of Jode clarified the memories I inherited at the Shadow Dance Temple. I saw the ritual in my mind and performed the actions. Oh, too bad the Dragonhorn did not survive. At least it lasted long enough to banish Calgrontid.
Are you sure we defeated him? He seemed a bit powerful then.
He did grow larger with every infusion of power he absorbed. But the horn dislodged him from Jode's core, which allowed me to finish the ritual and end the eclipse. After that... a concern for another day, yes?
And the Main sent an envoy because?
I cannot be named queen without the Main's blessing. That, however...
We'll have to do this here quickly, I do believe. Let's do... quick thing with the zombie.
This one keeps your sleekest.
Oh, that's what's wrong? Puzzle is niche. Alrighty then.
You seek Azabi.
Dilly dilly.
You've got rub.
Start all that. Nice. UVW. There we go.
Ajita has gold if you have wares.
Thank you. Oh. Consumables.
Trade with Khajiit.
Now we come.
I need to deal with them. I cannot... We have accomplished much, my friend. We overthrew the tyrant, Euraxia Tarn, defeated Zumog Foom and the Betrayer, even killed at least 2 dragons and made the moons move in the sky. If only I could shake this sense of impending doom.
What kind?
Nothing specific. Not really.
You
That
may not have
is
seen
just it. I have no idea.
I'll find out what happened.
Appreciate your assistance, my friend.
It's
Far
over.
from it. But without Calgrontid and Mulamnir to lead them, they are solitary beasts without a grand plan.
Hard to believe it all started with a
There is little
legend.
difference between myth and history for the Khajiit Five-Claw.
Good. Abby?
After all this excitement, I could use a nice long lie down.
Downstairs. Gary!
Good to see you, Five Claw. We only just returned and I have yet to report to the Queen. Chimera is alright, isn't she?
Yep, okay.
After I was caught in that dragon blast, Zamorak tended to my wounds and took command of the soldiers defending the upper ridge.
We don't know how things ended.
I know that I am still alive and grateful to be back in Rimmon. It's a miracle, thank the moons, that the city is free once more.
You need to see
There
healers?
are those among the troops who need the healers more than I.
Okay.
Oh, it's you. Good to see you're still among the living. I suppose you had a hand in getting the moons to finally pull apart? Hang on, I need to finish my report. I find that it's best to write it all down while it's still fresh in my mind.
That's what brought me here. Yeah, why don't you report on what happened at the Moon Gate?
It's all in my report. Our troops held their ground and fought bravely. We lost many good soldiers, Khajiit and Imperial, but we did our duty. It was crucial to our survival.
What your
The ones
exes
that
did.
survived Zamorak's charge lost what remained of their courage when the dragons abandoned the field of battle.
What
We
do you
still
mean
have a lot
dragons
to
did?
do to heal the scars left by Euraxia and her mercenaries.
You're gonna
That's
help?
what they need. But this
Alright. Zamzam!
Zamorak is happy to see you, friend. After the dragons entered the Moon Gate and you followed, this one worried that all was lost. But then, the moons parted, and suddenly everything seemed all right.
Well, Cammy sent me to find out what happened to you. That is it.
Just what you would expect. We held our ground against the swarming Euraxians and their necromancers, repelled the dragons as best we could. This one let the desert wind flow through his limbs and claws, while our soldiers rallied to his side.
You defeated your Axians.
Between the Khajiit militia and the Cygnus irregulars, we held them off.
What about the
I
dragons?
don't know for certain.
What do you do now?
Zamorak hopes to serve as Queen Chimera's claw, and defend the throne as he was trained to do.
Alright. Back to Palace!
Outsider, this one must speak with you.
Uh-huh.
One never expected to set foot in the capital of Nequina again. She hoped the militia would succeed, but she didn't believe they stood a chance against the usurper queen. Kashia understands you played a significant role in these events, yes?
Stop the dragons and plain show.
Such wonders you have accomplished, and to have touched the face of Blessed Jode. This one is in awe. Despite all that, the Main has sent me to determine what happens next. Where is Lord Gareshri, the Speaker of the Main?
You return from battle then see. Find what happens next.
The healers? This one hopes the Speaker wasn't gravely injured. As for your question, we must settle the matter of Enequina's succession. Kashia must determine if Chimera is the legitimate heir to the throne, and if so, recognize her claim.
So blood is insufficient to decide who God or King Hamilton.
Certainly, but anyone can make such a claim. To be accepted by the Khajiit, she must be recognized by the Main. With Gareshri indisposed, will you stand with Kamira and vouch for her heritage?
Yep, I'll go.
Before you return to Kamira's side, this one requests an additional favor. The Main gave Kashia a sealed letter for Abner Tharn, but he refuses to see me. I understand that you and he share a special bond. Perhaps you could deliver the letter.
I'll do it. I take it there's a reason why the Main's writing to Abby.
The specifics concern the Tharn alone, but this one believes it deals with the artificial eclipse and its impact on Khajiit society. The moons hold great sway over the Khajiit born under them. What does this mean for those born during this eclipse?
Well, I already know the answer to this here. It does involve the Main itself, but let's go ahead and have explain this out for the home, those who don't understand.
No matter what caused the eclipse, Joan and Jode joined as one. When this occurs naturally, one born then may become the next Main. But during a false eclipse, succession becomes a concern. The Main hopes Tharn can explain the arcane implications.
And I'm assuming there's a reason why Shaza didn't come and crown Kamira personally.
The Main cannot be everywhere at once.
Obviously. Well, let's pop the question over. Find Abby.
Abner, you simply must stay for the ceremony. It's not every day we get to see a lovely cat receive a crown.
Nonsense. And don't call me Abner. Besides, I think I've overstayed my welcome as far as Kamira is concerned.
Alright.
Talk some sense into him. Abner can't just slink away like a thief in the night. It's only...
No, it's Abby. It's inherited.
You and Cadwell, the two of you just can't leave well enough alone. No one was supposed to notice as I slipped out of Rimmen. Of course, very little has gone according to plan since the Wrathstone tablets set me on this path.
So, you're trying to pretend like you're the wind and blow out of here.
I am neither sentimental nor enamored of pomp and circumstance. My time in Elsewhere has shown me that I have limits. I am not the battle mage I was in my younger days. Besides, I hate parties. Small talk, speeches, canapes, totally unbearable.
So you don't want to be there when Kamira's crowned queen, do you?
I watched firsthand as a remarkable young woman became a leader. She's already a queen. Everything else is simply ceremony. I've lingered here long enough. You were an able enough traveling companion. I may call on you again sometime.
Oh, before you go, letter for you from the Main.
An intriguing question. Are Khajiit born under a forced eclipse next in line for the Main? But this other bit confirms my suspicions. I must travel to Palatine at once. We accomplished much, but I fear we haven't seen the last of Calgrontide. I must investigate reports coming from the south. You, however, have a queen to crown. Take Cadwell with you and make sure he behaves. And tell Kamira she did admirably.
You think Calgrontide's still a threat here?
We saw no body, and there's no reason to suppose Calgrontide couldn't escape from Jode just as we did. He absorbed a remarkable amount of energy while the moons were aligned, after all. I'll send for you if and when I confirm my suspicions.
Alrighty then.
Abner's received a new quest from the Main. As soon as we finish here, I'll join him. Quests are my speciality. Oh, fiddlesticks. I just remembered Queen Kamira asked me to be her king's claw. I guess Abner will have to soldier on without me.
Is that you want to share?
Yes, indeed. Their exact words were, "You can call yourself the Emperor of Cyrodiil for all I care. Just quit blathering and let me think." I've no designs on the ruby throne, but Cadwell the Queen's claw has a rather dashing ring to it, eh?
I don't know about that. Yes, maybe. Who knows?
I assure you, Kasia, my wounds are healing quite nicely.
Nevertheless, this one has asked the Outlander to stand beside Chimera, should I decide to give the Main's blessing.
Chat up, Chimera. Looks like she changed up. Here we go.
Garishri told me you found them. He filled me in on what happened during the battle at the Moongate. Dragons and necromancers, I understand. But politics and coronations, they twist my tail, and their regalia. It pinches. Moons, I miss my leathers.
Second thoughts?
I am having many thoughts, but I know what I must do.
And why doesn't believe
The
you?
woman is inscrutable. I think she just wants to see me suffer until she acquiesces and places the crown on my head. I want you to know, I appreciate everything you have done for Elsewhere. For me. I do not believe we would have survived without your assistance.
Danke, danke.
Now, I understand the envoy asked you to stand beside me at the ceremony. Are you ready, my friend?
Ready. Let's go and get you a crown.
5 Claw, a word.
We're gonna handle that scary.
The healers were able to do wonders, my friend. I almost feel like my old self again. I will secure Chimera's claim. You just stand beside her and support her. She values your presence, as do I.
She ready?
Who will confirm that Chimera is the daughter of King Hemekar and the rightful heir to the throne of Anequina?
I will, as her guardian all these years, and as the Speaker of the Main. Chimera is the rightful heir. Come forth, daughter of Hemekar and Numara. Come forth, child of Anequina.
Chimera, do you accept the duties of the throne? Will you lead this kingdom and protect its people?
I do, and I will.
Know then that the Main accepts and recognizes your claim. All hail Chimera, Queen of Anequina!
I promise to serve our people, and I offer thanks to all who helped achieve our recent victories. Finally, there is one I wish to honor. One whose assistance in these matters was unprecedented and invaluable. Five Claw, my comrade and friend, please, up. Courageous Five Claw, I will make sure your deeds are sung by my people.
I don't know what to say.
Nothing, my friend.
What happens
You
then?
appeared when Elsewhere needed you most. There
All
are
right.
still dragons to kill and Euraxians to deal with.
What's Queen
Just
do?
what you would expect. I listen to problems and I try to find solutions.
So no more agents
It
in
is
name here.
time for different adventures, Five Claw.
Alright. Enjoy Kasia.
Thank you for helping to restore the bloodline of Anequina Walker.
Gary?
I came to Northern Elsewhere with an impossible task. I took command of the militia and sought to free Rimmon from Euraxia's grasp. With your help, we accomplished so much more. You have my thanks for that, champion.
So what's next for that speaker?
As always, I go wherever the Main needs me.
Alright. Best of luck to you, Gary.
Wasn't that a beautiful ceremony? Next,
What's next?
Haven't given it a thought. It's enough trouble keeping track of the past and present to bother with what happens in the future. Maybe I'll finally build that little house on the edge of Cold Harbor's yawning chasm. Ah, the vertigo.
Are you really considering hitting
Well,
that?
certainly. Eventually. It's fine.
Alright. Hey, girl. Prefect?
I'm glad that the Cygnus Irregulars were able to lend Queen Chimera our support.
Did you determine what
I
happens
hate the
next?
idea of mercenary companies, but without an imperial government in place, that seems to be what we're reduced to. Luckily, Chimera has accepted our offer of assistance and has agreed to employ us. As a few.
Alright. Sam?
This one's heart sings at seeing Chimera crowned queen. Her parents would have been so proud.
Your true color?
Zamorak will always be an adept. But Queen Chimera has agreed to accept me as her claw.
Good. And now we have ourselves a minor little party here. Our next stop is going to be Sentinel, I do believe. Yep. Sentinel, Sisters of the Sands in just outside. That we just make our way over to...
I know you. You exposed the mad constable in Copeland Village.
Now that we're there... Sentinel. Technically, we could use this from the sealed letter outside the crown store. But... we can also stop with Hidden Zur outside the Sisters of the Sands. And it should be relatively... In is pretty simple. Sands, there we go. Perfecto. Sisters of the Sands. Kidnapping. Esteemed Pauline Sentinels on all this. Oh shit, I accidentally went into the housing. City units where King Faharja sends for takeout. Basically, any ability or anything with ability labeled criminal act will get you screwed.
A moment of your time.
Ah, here you are.
Honor and faith, Wayfarer. Blade Master Kasura awaits you at the Watch House in the city of Davon's Watch. She heard tales of your dragon slaying skills and has requested to meet you at once.
Why is the Blade Master interested in me?
I do not have all the details, but I believe it has something to do with a Dragon Guard tomb. A former student seeks a solution to the threat facing elsewhere among the remains of that ancient order, and Kasura agreed to assist him.
Right, he said.
Dragons. The terrible beasts have returned to ravage the land of the
Very well.
Master Kasura awaits, Wayfarer. Divines walk with you.
I haven't seen Kasura since the night Manny attacked. How's she and the Abbey doing?
Both fare as well as can be expected. Blade Master Kasura has recovered much of her strength and started rebuilding the Abbey of Blades. We lost many, yes, but we have not given up hope.
Strange Kasura's interested in the guard team.
Blade Master Kasura can tell you more.
Alright. That's our prologue quest here.
Progress is slow but steady.
Spare any coins?
Alrighty then.
What is it?
Surely you are a great champion of something.
You are ready? We soon depart for distant lands.
Of course.
March, please. Love is Svarum.
In the mood for a little trip? Of course, there's no...
Vivek City. Yeah, I know, but I'm lazy.
By the three. I've never seen them. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an alliance capital. Trade is...
I can fit you. Let's go.
Stone Falls. There we go. Done with that. We just need to make our way over to. Where we need to go. Which is an inn, I think.
You were at Faldar's Tooth when Tharp tried to open a portal to oblivion.
There we go to Kasura, Kasura, Kasura.
Through storm and shine, cross land or sea, I run to her and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss.
Honor to you, Sarah. Welcome to the one.
Oh, downstairs.
I'm rather busy right now.
Here you are, 20.
Kasura.
It is good to see you again, warrior. I want to thank you once more for protecting our abbey the night that Manimarco attacked. The fire of my gratitude still burns bright. But I digress. I have need of your aid once more.
This has something to do with the New Guard, hasn't it?
Quite correct. A former student requires my assistance, but I cannot do what is necessary on my own. Tombs. I will search one, you the other, using this Dragon Guard seal.
Taking it out.
Find the 3 glyphs in Othrenis. Let me mark the locations on your map.
Tell me
It's an
more.
heirloom my former student provided.
Who's
We
the
can
former
discuss
student?
that later. Right now, we have our own tasks to accomplish.
Expert?
Far from it. I started looking into the history to help my former student.
Where are
When the
they?
last emperor of the Riemann dynasty was assassinated, the Dragon Guard were disbanded.
I'm confused.
Pitiful me.
I thought they were disbanded after the assassination of the potentate, Percy Shah. Where's the best Siberian charm? Where I got to read the notes.
I'm at my wit's end. What will become of me?
Once you determine the name, I'll
All
answer
right.
what I can. A series of glyphs act. There are 2 tombs near. Historical documents would be good.
Could I get a Sujama over here?
Pop up through a flame. What? Okay. That actually is helpful. Blades, honor, and the other one is blades. Blades. Honor. Bravery. Entrevue. Tombstone. We honor Dragon Guard Nio Behekio, protector of our sacred knowledge, stalwart guardian of our sanctuaries, and his flame burn eternally. Chest open. Instour Sanctuary map. Up we go. We talk to the sword.
It appears you were as successful as I. Did your tomb contain anything of note?
Map of Dragon Guard Sanctuary.
Interesting. I found a similar map, but to a different location. This might be exactly what my former student was hoping for. Will you come with me to the Abbey of Blades?
Wasn't it destroyed by Manny?
The damage was mostly superficial, though there is still much work to do to fully restore the Abbey. My most accomplished student will meet us there. We can give him the maps to both sanctuaries, and he can decide on the next course of action.
You're being a bit secretive about the whole.
I think it best if my student introduces himself, in his own way.
That's right.
You can depart for the Abbey of Blades as soon as you're ready.
Harry!
Follow me, warrior. I find the view from this approach most inspiring. Behold, my home and heart, the Abbey of Blades. Many blade masters earned their titles on these hallowed grounds. My student waits inside. I think he'll be pleased to receive the maps you carry.
All right. Oh, yep. Got everybody's sigh here.
Friend, Kasura sent word of your evident arrival. It's good to see you again, Vestige. Ready to once again answer Tamriel's latest cry for help?
Does the plotline give me no choice? What have you been doing since we last met, Sai?
I returned to the Abbey to help Kasura rebuild. I'm not much of a carpenter, but I do what I can. When the dragons invaded elsewhere, I knew my duty was to fight against them, and I began to search for the wisdom of the ancient Dragon Guard.
Perhaps this will help you. They will show the locations of 2 sanctuaries.
Yes. The maps appear to be the right age.
What do you want me to do in the meantime?
Kasura. She uncovered an ancient Dragon Guard tool known as a grappling bow.
Alright.
Find Kasura near the entrance to the training hall, just north of here. She has a grappling bow that you can train with.
What do you want to do?
As far as I know, I'm the last of the Dragon Guard. Once my duty was to protect the Emperor and defend the Empire. Now I must carve a new path from the legends of old. Now, someone needs to take up the mantle. Besides, faith and legends go hand in hand. They are the whetstone that sharpens my blade. Let us see where my faith in no legends takes us before we dismiss the notion that my predecessors were dragon slayers.
So what have you been up to since Cold Harbor?
Our grand battle within the Daedric realm. I was ready to lay down my life to protect Tamriel from Molag Bal's dark schemes. Then the battle was done. I was looking for a new purpose when I heard that dragons had returned to elsewhere.
So you're stopping me.
A noble goal, wouldn't you agree, Vestige? Meet with me by the stables after you speak with Kasura.
Hey, Kasura.
Warrior, did Sai-Sahan find the maps as interesting as I expected?
Starting in now. Said to talk to you about a grappling bow.
Ah, yes, the grappling bow. A most useful device.
I said so
we
too.
believe. The device requires incredible skill, however. So I expected you to rise to the challenge. Well, I can certainly tell you what Sai has told me. When the dragons fly, Dragon Guard do not. I don't think any of us will have time to train to that level. With a little...
Alright, let's go ahead and pick yourselves up a grappling bow. And we talk to Kasura again.
Ready to train with the grappling bow?
Yep.
Use the grappling bow to get up to the roof of the training hall and light the star
All
on the
right.
edge of the building behind us.
Aww. Yep. There we go. Side!
This old warrior has deciphered the first map. It leads to the Windscour Temple, hidden atop the ruins of Hunding's Watch.
It works.
Excellent. As the saying goes, a weapon is only as reliable as the soldier who wields it.
What are we looking for?
Anything we can use against the dragons.
Ready to
We're on our way then.
Alright. Terry, let's go. Ooh.
I'll secure the horses while you go on ahead.
Okay, good. You know what? Sometimes it's easier to think with portals. Do-do-do-do-do.
To think that a Dragon Guard sanctuary was hidden beneath Humding's watch all this time.
Yes, that's how the fun always starts.
It seems this sanctuary won't easily give up its secrets. Come, let us speak.
Right.
It appears the sanctuary's archives are out of reach.
Must have been away.
After all, with the proper application of will, the way always opens. I am familiar with these personages. The statue, a brazier stand. We honor you, Grand Masters of old. May your flames burn eternal.
Something is Vashi. As does Etienne Volfusis. Brawl. That's some of the West.
Hit it. Look, a grapple point has appeared on the platform above.
Boom!
What an archive. If the Empire knew anything, it's the value of keeping good records.
Oh yeah! Archive. Etiquette River meetings. Everything's
Who's the search? Come, tell me what you discovered so far.
searching for the Horn of Jadari. There we go.
Have you found anything useful? Dragon hunting techniques, perhaps? Maybe even a weapon?
The journal. We came here in search of the Horn of Jadari.
The Horn of Jadari? This journal claims it's a dragon horn of great power. Truly? That makes your experience invaluable to our efforts. Tell me, what does a dragon horn look like? How was it used?
Well, it looks like a big horn in normal form, though there's a combat horn version. The one I used sounded to knock dragons out of the sky.
So the legends are true. Incredible.
They didn't find it, but they go to Storm Tower.
That's the location.
Let's go. go. Oh, good. Rusty, folks. There we go. Storm Talon Temple. Located under Athens. This one's a maze, I do believe.
So this is Storm Talon Temple. Seems more like it appears the sanctuary has fallen into ruin.
Any ideas?
Try using your grappling bow.
I'll try. Like I said, of course, yeah. No. You don't get fucked slightly. Oh. Apple.
Excellent work. Now see what you can find in the archives.
Horn of Jadari Tube. After scouring, Tomes of Storm Town, Horn of Jadari's lives in Darkwater. South of Vinheim. Side, let's talk.
Were you able to find the Horn of Jadari?
Nope, another journal, but we got the fix now. Darkwater.
Interesting. We should prepare to face further challenges.
Let's march south to Windhelm.
Horses to Windhelm, and then search on foot from there.
Let's go.
They should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer, right?
That's what she said, but I don't see them. Maybe what the traveling merchant said is true.
Darkwater! We should be almost done here with this, I do believe. Find Sai, and then...
I don't see a way farther into the sanctuary. Perhaps you... No, that doesn't seem helpful. You should try looking somewhere else. Nothing useful yet? There's an urn beside it. Why don't you see what it contains?
Urn, yes.
That's
Dragon
dragon
bone.
bone powder. The ancient Dragon Guard used it in their ceremonies.
Let's sprinkle a little dragon bone powder on the altar.
Of course. The powder reveals a hidden path. Follow it, quickly. Another archive. No dragon horn in sight. Let's look around.
Part 3. Stolen by a dragon, Berloxin.
Have you found something?
Oh, I did. I did alright. Hog Sai.
Did you find anything? Something about the dragon horn.
Another journal. Horn stolen by Veloxin.
By Lecky's blade. Of all the possibilities I imagined, that was never among them.
Growing volcano,
Such a
soul
journey
elsewhere.
requires planning and preparation.
Let's go. Back to the blades. Kasura. Go.
The warrior returns. Was your search of the Dragon Guard Sanctuary successful?
Learn of the Dragon Guard weapon called the Horn of Jadari. Powerful dragon horn.
Dragon horn? I have heard of such relics in stories and legends.
This is fancy dancy special, but it was stolen by a dragon.
Stolen by a dragon? Well, Sai Sahan has always enjoyed a good challenge. How will you find this creature?
Journal for Human Layer of Southern Elsewhere.
A long way to go. But such a relic is what Sai was hoping to find when he set forth upon this path.
Thanks, Kasura. Sai.
Kasura of our adventure, warrior.
Si, senor. Sai.
When you brought the Dragon Guard Sanctuary maps to me, I had no idea what we would find. Hunting techniques, perhaps. Maybe a weapon or two. But the promise of a dragon horn. That's more than I dreamed possible after all this time.
No, not so fast, Sai Sahan, me lad, me boy. We don't have the dragon horn yet.
Those who risk nothing inadvertently risk it all. Either we face this single dragon to gain a dragon horn, or we face a horde without such a weapon at our side. But what's risk without reward? Here's something for the aid you provided thus far.
Alright then.
The journals we discovered in the Dragon Guard sanctuaries point to one obvious conclusion. The Horn of Jadari exists, but was stolen by the dragon Valokson. We must enter the dragon's lair in southern Elsewhere and retrieve the horn.
Well, that happened a long ago. Can you sure it exists?
The journals indicated that the horn was indestructible. And Stendar knows that dragons are as close to immortal and unchanging as the earth and sky. Fate has placed the Horn of Jadari in our path for a purpose. I believe that with all my heart.
Starfleet agreed to argue from Monomania. Were you able to determine the location of the lair?
Despite its age, the map included with the journal clearly shows where we must go. A dormant volcano in southern Elsewhere. I ask you, friend, will you make this journey with me?
Hey, sure, I got a few minutes. Let's once more to hell with this, Sai!
The horses will carry us to the nearest port. From there, we can charter a boat and sail to southern Elsewhere. An excellent idea. When Emperor, it's a dragon horn of great power. The journalist, I never heard of a horn of unusual question. Still, you faced the dragon's flame and rage. And Grundwolf, a vampire dragon guard, yes? A difficult foe to defeat. Regardless of the risks we face, we have a duty to Tamriel to retrieve this dragon horn.
Yeah, you sold me. Let's go. Alrighty then, let's go.
Dragon's lair should be nearby. Be on your guard, warrior.
Entering lair. I'm on side, let's go.
Seems this place once served as a Kwama mine, though it appears abandoned now.
Visitors, I have not entertained guests in untold centuries.
Illustrious
Shadows beast, come fight us in the light.
You sound just like the Dragon Guard who last graced these halls.
The merchant. Ah, Dragon Guard remains. What? Dragon Guard seal.
The Dragon Guard who sought the Horn of Jadari in ages past. May your light burn eternal, old warrior.
The horn of my cowardly brother,
Is that the horn of Aloxen's brother?
More Dragon Guard remains.
It appears the soldier was killed by Kwama. It must have been a massive swarm.
Well, yeah, obviously. Metric fuck ton of Kwama already in here. Kwama are fucking annoying as hell. I've got all the charm of a face hugger, but with none of the happy ending. Order remains. Grandmaster Vashu here effigy.
These pitiful Dragon Guard know only death. Stay alert. Here the beast lays a trap for us.
Kalakaku, when you convinced me to buy this new first call of mine, Malaya had no idea it was over on the page. Carry to click. Making horrible wars patrol every hall. In this case, is the maze. It's a classified identifier. Quickly before the workers start spending, let's try to pin some bullshit person. Today is stop, isn't it? Pissed off Kwama too. Oh fuck.
The dragon's roar has stirred the Kwama. Defend yourself.
That worked. And we got a weekly for a change.
How cowardly.
Balobsin's domain.
Step quickly. We don't want to be caught in the open.
Let's not get caught lacking. Oh, nice.
Scales. The drawbridge blocks our way.
Orkmeyer drawbridge.
Any clue as to how to operate the pulleys.
Final letter to Sergeant Bearer. The dragon refuses to confront us directly, but it's worse and boards a Kwama to attack the overall of the shooting of the creature 74 of us continue to retreat. The homie Shidari only remain. The drawbridge blocks my path forward. I know the poison is keeping the drawbridge, but it's hard to concentrate after losing so much blood. I can hear the Kwama scratching in the walls. When the dragon flies nearby, it taunts me, assured of its own victory. Kept repeating flies over. Minarthi flies overhead. Alkosh stands in glory, the name bows before her greatness. It relates to the pulleys. So, Kinarthi top, Alkosh middle, main bottom. Mm-hmm. Talk decisive.
Notice the pulleys? They should help us lower the drawbridge.
Dragon Guard
Try to
tried.
lower the drawbridge, you say? Well, that certainly doesn't bode well for us. Tell me the riddle.
Anarchy flies overhead, all Kosh stands in glory, the name bows before their grace.
Kenarthi is the Khajiiti god of travel, not unlike Tava, the bird god. Alkosh is called Akatosh by most, the dragon god of time. And the Mane is a Khajiiti spiritual leader.
What do they got to do with it?
Each pulley features an icon.
Oh yeah. So we basically gotta do this one. Hold this one once. Anarchy on top. Alkosh stands tall, mane bows before grace. Anarchy was above all. Alkosh stands tall. Mane bows before their greatness.
See it. The Horn of Jadari is just ahead.
Yep. Let's do this shit. Jadari Horn. All yours, Sai.
Last, the Horn of Jadari.
There you go. And now we deal with Valoxin.
The Horn of Jadari.
Oh, shit.
Beast attacks. To arms!
Pity I don't share my brother's sentiment.
I'm going to blow the horn! Prepare yourself. I'm going to blow the horn!
Kriko! 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 Fus Roda! Kriko! 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 Kriko!
Loxin is dead. We should return to the Abbey of Blades.
Let's do it then. Fly tunnel exit. All's quiet. Back to the domain. And now we're done. Wagon. Back to the valley. Basura!
It is good to see you hale and whole, warrior. But where is Sai? Did something happen?
Sai's fine. We beat the Loxton's ass, turned him in a Gucci handbag number 4, and retrieved the horn of Jadari.
You found the dragon horn. By Leki's perfect blade, that is good news.
He should be along shortly.
I've returned, and I bring the dragon horn. Come, let us speak.
Alright, Sai.
Now that we have the Horn of Jadari, our true work begins.
An opportunity?
Certainly. You saw how it knocked Veloxin out of the sky, granting us a significant advantage in battle. If it's as indestructible as the journal says, it will prove invaluable in the battles to come. I just wish we knew the Horn's origin.
Don't blame you. Does the origin matter?
Veloxin implied that the dragon horn was willingly given by another of its kind. But what manner of dragon would give away its own horn? And for what purpose? Well, perhaps things will become clearer with more study.
So what's next for you, Sai?
Train with the dragon horn and prepare for what lies ahead. And so must you, warrior. When the time comes, I will call for your aid. Together, we shall fight back against the dragons and drive them from elsewhere. This, I swear to you.
Alrighty.
When the Dragon Guard dies, we say a prayer. May your flame burn eternal.
After you train, what's
Tell me
next?
that the dragons have moved into southern elsewhere, ravaging towns and villages along the way. That is where I will go. And I'll send for you when I get there.
Just the two of us. Will that be enough?
We won't be alone. We'll rally others to our cause. Those willing to take up the mantle of the dragon hunters of old. It will be glorious. We still have so much to learn, though. So much to do to reignite the Dragon Guard.
Talking with the other companions lately.
I've been far too busy. Between helping rebuild the Abbey and finding a way to fight the dragon invasion and elsewhere, there's been little time to socialize.
What about Lyris? Wasn't she going to help with rebuilding the Abbey?
Yes, she did. For a time. I hoped she would join me in my efforts to reclaim the wisdom of the Dragon Guard. But something else called my Snow Lily away. Something Lyris felt she had to do.
What caused her to depart?
I'm afraid she did not say. Perhaps it was something she wished to do alone, or perhaps she was afraid I would forsake my duties and join her. She did promise to write, though. I eagerly await her letters.
You're just like a lovesick child. But yeah, let's go ahead and find ourselves where we gotta go. Harry. Harry apparently took you out of here. Fine, that's fine. Okay. And to the storm haven, it's fine too.
They should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer, right?
That's what she said, but I don't see them. Maybe what the traveling merchant said is true.
Alrighty then. There we go. At least there's a caravan here to send y'all, so that should actually get us to a good stopping point here. And it looks like my phone died here, as I expected. But as it is 11:42, I do believe all I gotta say is thank y'all for tuning in here. I hope to see y'all again another time. Until next time, folks, peace out, and I'll see you when I see you. Right, let's see, come in for landing, shall we? Let's surprise a friend, shall we? There we go. And we're off here, so until next time, folks. Peace.